Previously on Virtual Survivor.
It's Malcolm and Megan.
No, it's Malcolm and Mark.
I don't know. I don't see John and Joe breaking up.
John had two and Mark had two, but then yet there were only three of them.
I think I might be the first to be targeted.
Are you and John still locked?
I just straight up lied to Mark's face.
I am worried about John. I think he's the biggest threat to winning it.
Cut it out. People went rogue, so I'm gonna eliminate those people next.
No, worked okay.
Yeah.
Good. It didn't work at 9, but it might work at 5.
Vote it out. Virtual Survivor is one.
I can't believe you voted for me, Malcolm. That's crazy. Why would you do that? It's so silly. Malcolm is doing his own thing. I love it.
I mean, when you hear my reasonings and the thing, you.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, like Malcolm, I honestly even though like you're like an island that's just kind of like you're like a glacier floating away from Antarctica, right? I am thoroughly entertained seeing you do everything. Like I really don't even want to. I don't even want to say goodbye to you at any point. I'd love to take you all the way to the end and just be like, this guy always voted by himself. Like he is a man's man. He did not care. Malcolm gave 0 fucks the entire game, never cared, and just voted wherever he wanted to. If you make it to the end and I'm in the jury, Malcolm, I'll probably vote for you because like that's fucking crazy.
I don't know what happened now. I'm trying to go through this in my mind. All as I know is that essentially I need to keep winning immunity or else I'm probably next, if not after John. My plan going forward was still going to be Malcolm, but now I don't know. John says he can trust Megan. I think I can trust Brittany. I don't know what to do now. I've made it this far by winning challenges and thinking I know what was going on. But now at Final 5, I will admit that I am clueless now.
I remained honest. People did break ranks. I mean, Malcolm broke ranks, voting with Zadius. And then Mark did like this rogue weird thing where like he pissed off Amanda and like created all that drama. And then the fuck you fan came out and like all this crazy stuff. So I was like, if he's willing to do that and like blow up his whole life, he's a dangerous, dangerous man. He had to go first. I think part of him knew.
Yes.
I want to say he knew. There were 2 weird things he did, right? He did the weird thing where he definitely did the weird Girls Alliance. Then when I played my idol, he acted like he had an idol. And when
That really threw me off when he played that fake idol. I was very confused.
Yeah.
I'm more curious is you got another stray vote. So someone strayed from the plan.
This guy, it's fine though.
Malcolm.
Yeah. It's all right. Like I just was talking. I mean, Malcolm going to interview. Like I was literally just talking to Malcolm. It's totally cool. It's fine. I get it. And
respectfully, are you guys gonna vote for him now that he's gone?
My goal was always to take out the strongest, and at this point, John looked like it overtook as the strongest, and I think that's probably going to be my goal now is to try and see if I can convince anyone to try and take out John this week. John was going with his plan. He was going to convince Mark and a bunch of people that everyone's going to vote for me, but only to blindside Mark and getting him out. Talking to John, talking to Mark, it was one of those ones like I didn't know if I could trust either one of them. My instinct just went, No, I'm going to vote for the strongest person.
If I stay true to my plan, I have to vote for
I was thinking the same thing.
He hasn't been trying to make connections. He's just been trying to make moves without like coming to people.
And honestly, in like a meta game, in like a huge meta game, like I would want to just like protect him and like drag him in a sack to the end. You know what I mean? But like even then, I think people might just vote for him because he is like vanilla ice cream. It's like, oh, everyone loves vanilla ice cream.
That's going to be his pitch at a final tribal is I took shots at them all the time and they still kept me along no matter how many shots I took at them.
Yeah.
And that's a very compelling pitch.
Oh my god, that is a good argument. Yeah.
He's the cancer cell that ultimately kills you.
Oh yeah, if you win immunity, I'm getting a vote this week from him. Like I know that's how it is.
You or me, I think. I don't think I'm voting for Megan. I could tell when I was talking to Mark, he actually thought we were voting out Malcolm, which made me feel bad. Kirby thinks we could have used him. Mark just showed he wasn't trustworthy. John and Joe didn't like that. Like I said, if we're splitting up the three of them, that's fine with me. It's this week that gets really interesting because I feel like if John or Joe stays this week, I don't think I'm winning this game. So I need to find a way to get one of them out. Malcolm's already, I guess, voting for John anyway. It's just I gotta convince Megan.
Got the idol, although I see you say it has to be played this week. I mean, I guess I have it, so I might as well. I don't know.
LaForge Tribe, welcome to this week's challenge. Congratulations, Final Five. One of the five of you is going to win $100 and the coveted title of Virtual Survivor. Brittany, little peek behind the curtain. We shot these back to back. That's why we're all in the same clothes. Is the wound of Mark leaving still fresh?
Probably still fresh. I don't think everything went the way people thought it'd go. Plus, it was a shock to Mark, so I think people are still kind of digesting that, our first blindsides.
Joe, are there alliances? Can you betray anyone right now? Like, what's going on?
I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm at the point where I'm just like, it's immunity or bust for the rest of this ride for me.
Well, without further ado, let's move into our challenge. It's called the Pentagon. Here's how this is going to work. We've already randomized it. Each of you are going to start on a color. You are going to move one space, either diagonally, vertically, or horizontally. You obviously cannot move onto the black spaces, and you cannot cut through solid spaces, but you can diagonally cut across. At the end of this, whoever has the most spaces covered with their color will be the winner of immunity at the final five. Fantastic. Well, with that, John, you were randomized first. You picked first. You chose red. So why don't you start us off, and then we will go clockwise. If you all could fill it, that'd be great. But if you need me to fill it, I could do that as well.
All right.
All right. Green, you're up. Megan. All right. Blue. That is Joe. All right. We'll go purple, which is Brittany. And yellow, which is Malcolm. All right, looks like we have Joe and Brittany kind of clashing, Malcolm and John clashing, Megan making her way to the middle. Malcolm, you may notice that you are in a circle of your own. No one can enter. You cannot leave. So pick your next direction. Go ahead. He is officially out of the game, but not out of winning the game potentially. We'll go to John.
Can I go over here?
You can. Megan, you are also locked in those 3 squares left, so you can fill them in and then sit tight. Joe,
Lock myself
you are
in.
also locked in. You may fill in those remaining 3 squares as we move to Griffin. And then John. Now, all right, so you guys are not overlapping, but you still have multiple routes you can take, so keep going one after the other.
Okay. I'm done.
John's filling in those last 2. All right, we're going to get a final count. In last place with 26 squares is Megan. In 4th place with 27 squares is Joe. In 3rd place with 37 squares is Brittany. And your winner of immunity this week in 1st place with 48 squares is John. John, you've won immunity. Malcolm, you picked in 2nd with 38 squares, one more than Brittany. So congratulations on that. But John, you are safe at Tribal Council this evening. Everyone else, you are not. Have fun figuring that out. I'll see you at Tribal real soon.
For my own pride, I needed this because I am the smartest player in the game, according to everybody. So I should have won this. But no, I don't think I really don't think I needed it. I think everyone has their heart set on voting at Malcolm, which I mean, I guess he deserves. But like, I'd love to pull that little Kiwi along with me to the end if I could. I'm gonna try to make that happen.
Unless, like Mark, I'm like outside the plan, but in the plan, which I don't think I am, we're all voting for Malcolm. How are you feeling about this next?
I don't know. Like, it's really getting down now, so I don't know. Like,
That's yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm cool with this being the final 4.
we've all voted together this whole time too. So
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think we've really splintered. I mean,
Yeah,
if
we
you,
haven't
and if you
splintered.
did, it was like a random thing. Malcolm, we always miss you.
My plan is to vote for Malcolm. He has been a splinter cell from the beginning, and we never took a chance to get him out, and he was able to sneak his way to the final. Like, that's an easy thing to like say. This is the first tribal council I'm going into that I necessarily don't feel safe. I think I'm on the right side of the numbers, but I don't know I'm on the right side of the numbers, and I don't have the immunity necklace. I am at the mercy of hoping that the plan is the plan. John has been the one sticking out this plan. He's my number 1, but the more I think about it, it's going to be hard to differentiate my game from John's at the end. I might have to do what I said I didn't want to do, which I've already done once, and not play the honest game and take out my ally sooner rather than later if it comes to it, but I can't do it this week.
I feel good that it was Steen came close to winning immunity. It had to be being really close between me and John, and I feel like John might convince everyone to vote my way, so I don't know. I've got no way of saving myself at this point. But then again, I just don't know where everyone's heads are at either.
I'm happy to have this conversation in front of Brittany. Malcolm, is there anything you want to do? I mean, I have immunity. What would you pitch to me?
I honestly have no idea at this point. We could keep it to like trivia Final Four and take out Megan.
I appreciate you making a decision, Malcolm. Thank you.
So, like, I'm still worried it could be me because, like, this would be the perfect opportunity to, like, blindside someone. Made some really good points about Malcolm and how if he makes it to the end, I actually agree. He's going to be seen as that one person that was, like, by himself, and that's so enticing to vote for. I think Joe and John, I think we can get one of them to get the other out next week because they know they can't go to the end. I think we'll see. The other thing is too, Malcolm's not helping himself. He should have went for Joe. He said Megan. I'm not going to vote for Megan.
So here's the thing. Collectively, we've decided to vote out Malcolm. So like if I wanted to be devious and if I drag Malcolm with me to the end, I would save him. Okay, I have a secret.
Okay.
LaForge Tribe, Final 5. Welcome to your Final 5 Tribal Council. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the numbers are getting very small. John, in thinking about that, there's a lot of reasons to vote someone out, but do you think most people are on the side of like, we should vote someone out who doesn't deserve it, or we should vote someone out who is going to beat us all?
I think when you look at the people that are left, there's reasons why any one of the 5 of us could sway a jury. And there is one person who we think has a very compelling case who has to go tonight.
Megan, who is we? Does everyone know who we is?
I'm not sure. I walked into some interesting conversations, so I don't think I'm on the inside.
Joe, up until the end there, where John said we and stuff, he was giving a very diplomatic political answer. Was he full of it?
I don't think he's full of it. I honestly think that the 5 people here are 5 people who have compelling arguments to a jury of our peers. Now it's more of voting, who do I think I can out-argue in the end?
Malcolm, you almost won the challenge today. Do you think you're more of a threat, especially based on what everyone's saying, than maybe you yourself thought?
Yeah, I think some people see me as more of a threat. And yeah.
Brittany, we're in the end game now. You may like all of the people on here, but is anyone on the table as far as who you might vote out?
I would think so at this point. I don't think it should matter where friendship lies. You should be going with who you think you have the best chance to beat. If you're playing how you should, I don't think friendship should matter. And if you're good friends, it shouldn't matter to your friend either. They should be cool because it's a game.
All right. Then with that being said, let's get to the vote. John, please head to Anna's interview room.
Yeah, this is the toughest vote I've had to do because I like everyone there. And
I guess I'm really not that sorry.
And I just know if he makes it to the end, it's the same as someone from the other tribe that made it to the end. I think they would have had the better story.
All right, Forge Tribe, I have the votes. Obviously, you could not vote for John. John is safe. Before we get to the votes, I will say this is the last week that any hidden immunity idols can be played. So if you have a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so.
I would like to play mine, please.
Who would you like to play it on?
Myself.
All right. I can confirm that Megan does indeed have a hidden immunity idol, which means Megan is safe. Any votes for Megan will not count. Let's get to the votes. First vote. Megan does not count. Second vote. Malcolm. Third vote. Malcolm. And the 8th person voted out, a virtual survivor and 5th member of the jury, is Malcolm.
I kind of expect this the possibility. Just remember, this is the game. Go for the strongest player, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say now. So.
Aren't we sad about Malcolm? If Malcolm realized that like he was playing a game ever, that'd be cool.
Like that's the like if he just stuck to the plan, like
yeah, even like when he was up against it, and I was like, dude, pitch me anything. He was like, oh, well, I don't know.
Like that was the
I don't know what I should do.
Tonight's gonna be hard because like we gotta break up a foursome.
I don't think voting out Malcolm was a mistake. Clearly on his way out, he was like, vote out the powerful people. It's like, cool, Malcolm, we know, thank you. He was like a one-man protest the entire time. And it's like, we see you, we see you, we see you, we see you. Okay, you gotta go now. I know who I don't want to go to the end with, but I did promise. I made a promise. And just so you know, if you're watching episode to episode, I've been the most honest player. I have promised Megan I would take her to the end. So that I will do if I can.
Let's be honest. None of us are beating him in a final 2.
John? Oh, fuck no. No.
Like I originally promised him final 3. If he doesn't win immunity, I think we should go for John.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I like him, but yeah.
But now we're at a scenario. Do any of us have a resume to go up against John's in the final 2? I don't really think we do. No. Hopefully he doesn't win immunity and we can do that today. I can't beat John in a final 2 scenario. If he doesn't win immunity tonight, he has to go. I've been trying to play an honest game, but I think when we go back and we see this, it's going to be the evolution of honest Joe into Joe who's out to win. I promised you final 3, but you're going to have to settle for final 4. But if he wins immunity, it's going to be rough, and you guys do what you need to do. Vote who you need to vote for. It's too dangerous to let him go further than this point.
Yes, and I hope when he sees this clip, he's incredibly flattered.
Yeah, we stuck lockstep together the entire way, and it's like, yeah, but who was calling the shots? It's like,
exactly.
I pitched Mark before Malcolm. That's all I really did.
That's good. I'm glad you see it too.
If he hadn't won final 5, I honestly was gonna pull one of, if not both of you aside and just be like, hey, I think like as much as Malcolm has a shot of being like this sly underdog. Like, let's get the big threat out now.
I wouldn't say full regrets. I'm foreseeing if tonight's my downfall. There's one moment in particular I know I'm going to regret. Mark and I were talking. It was just the two of us. And like Mark, I promised the whole time. I was like, do I tell Mark? Do I not tell Mark? Because that would completely change the game if we could have gotten John out then. It's whether or not we can get John out tonight. It's going to be even more tougher with only 4 people. But that's what I keep going back in my head. Should I have told Mark? My thing is, would Mark had gone to John and they would have been like, oh, Brittany's one that like gave us his information. And then when it got me out, that was my big concern, was it would have like backfired on me because I've been playing like very passive, like very under the radar. So it would have been like pretty big for me to do that. Maybe I should have said something.
If John wins immunity, I would be down for Megan. Like, I think
Megan?
I'm closer with you, yeah. Trying to get John out either here or final 3. Like, I want it to be you and me at the final 2.
Yeah, same. Because we played, well, we both have no votes for us, too. So we have
exactly. Like,
right? So it makes sense. Yeah.
Like, it could make sense, like, hey, like, both of us can just be like, hey, we never got any votes. And I would just be like, if one of us won a perfect game, I don't care who wins it between you and I in the final 2.
Same.
I've won 2, but I won the 2 most luck-based ones.
You were never, but that's the thing. We never talked that much anyway. You were brought up, but we never really talked. So
the only name that was ever brought up was Malcolm.
My only concern now that Joe is gone is that like he probably knows the game the best.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm worried about what he would say like to a jury.
Yeah.
He's probably practiced that speech every day. So if it came down to it, like I'm okay if that's what you wanted to do. Whatever I said to Joe early on is null and void thanks to Mark. So I don't feel bad if that's what it comes down to.
No, I agree. I think Joe would make sense. Depending how this goes, obviously, but if he doesn't win.
I think I've made enough enemies that even though like I've done a lot, like I think a lot of people will begrudge me the vote. Like they won't vote for me. This guy's a dick. He won, but he was mean about it. So I don't want to reward that kind of behavior. That's my selling point. Like, take me. Like,
I'm not gonna win.
Take me. People hate me. You want to tell me what Joe was talking about?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can guess, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I think I have an idea. I mean, I don't even know because like I feel like Joe might be trying to pitch going for Megan, actually.
I know John's your number 1, so if you don't vote, if he doesn't win immunity and you feel like you can't vote for him, I completely get it.
It's only because he said he's not going to vote for me, so I would just feel bad if I voted for him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just say he has a good point, so I don't know if he'd be the person I voted for.
John, unfortunately, has made himself the easy vote by being such a big threat.
Yes, he has.
At this point, it's going to come down to, if I am on the jury, just who has the better pitch at the end.
So I'm very conflicted about my plan. John and I have a bit of an alliance. He said he's not going to vote for me. And in return, I said I'm not going to vote for him. But both Brittany and Joe at least said to my face that they would like to vote for him because he is the biggest threat, which I do agree with. So I'm just feeling, I guess, a little guilty. Some people might really like look up to loyalty and prefer it. But then like a lot of people might just be like, well, that's not the game. Like you're supposed to like kind of be as loyal as possible, but then play the game and do what you need to survive. So, not selling a lawyer, but it depends.
Nothing much has changed for me. I just know that if I had to choose between the two of them, I think everyone like loves Brittany like unconditionally, and they're going to vote for her.
Yeah.
So, like she's just everywhere she, and no shade on her. She's just beloved, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't have that kind of personality where people love me. So I feel like if it comes down to it, and she doesn't win, I'm voting for her.
I was just kind of thinking Joe, just because
I'm open to that too. Like, well, especially if she wins immunity. If she wins immunity, I'm voting for Joe. So I'm not voting for you. Like I said, I'm not voting for you. So if she wins, I'm definitely voting for him. If he wins, I'm definitely voting for her. But if one of us wins, I'm happy to do either one, but I'd prefer her. I think she'll beat me in a vote. And I think she'd probably beat you in a vote too.
Yes, because you're just so nice.
Yes, that's exactly why. She hasn't even said anything remotely mean about anybody.
Yeah.
And she's been absolutely loyal. She's done exactly. She's voted with the block every single time. Like she's got a great case. We can make a final decision later.
Yeah, but I think I do agree with you because I think like a lot of times you like kind of forget about the quiet ones, but then they end up pulling through.
Well, I think I could beat everybody that's left. All right, this might be the week I'm most nervous about because like my worst case scenario is like a deadlock because I know Megan and I will just vote 2 ways, and then if for some reason Joe and Brittany vote the other way, it would deadlock. Best case scenario is I win immunity, obviously, and then then I'll probably get to the end. It's really going to depend on the challenge tonight. I'm not sure. I mean, I've thought about it. I'm sure we've all thought about it, but like I really have no idea.
Yes, the immunity challenge is going to be a huge deciding factor.
I have an idea of what I need 10 pens for, and I think I'm at a disadvantage, but we'll see. You ever seen those things where like you balance the pens on the back of your hand and then you catch them? And then you just keep going up like 2 pens, 3 pens, 4 pens, 5 pens, 6 pens, and you have to throw them up and catch them all. So like that's the only thing I can think of that makes sense. And
yeah, it could very well.
And
be
I
that.
have very small hands for a man, so
Same.
that's all I was practicing today. So I hope that's it.
What's up, Final Four? Welcome. Been a hell of a long time, so congratulations. You guys unanimously voted out Malcolm, which rarely happens this late in the game where such a small group is so unanimous. But is everyone still pretending that everything's hunky-dory? Or does everyone know that in about 30 minutes, someone's got to go home?
Right.
We're best friends and we're planning a coup.
Yeah, we're gonna vote out Nick.
We told him if he came back into the fold, we would keep him safe and be willing to work with him, but he never came back into the fold.
Brittany, who is the we that Joe is talking about? Because if we tried to bring Malcolm back into the fold, that means someone else was not part of that we, because we couldn't have had a fold of 5 people last week.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Because we could only go to the final 5, so I actually don't know who the we is. Nick's, I guess, trying to make some drama here, but I don't think I was included in it. So
Megan, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the perfect person you'd want to sit next to at the end? Someone you can tell the jury, like, they sat here and did nothing while I did everything? Or am I missing something?
Not to give you a lawyer answer again, but it would depend. I don't know. If I were on the jury, I might be like, that's hilarious. This guy didn't give a shit. Let's vote him through. Sorry to curse.
Shit happens.
Oh.
Just goes to show you a lot of different perspectives. Who knows what the jury's thinking? I certainly don't. 2 of you are going to have to figure out what that jury is thinking. But right now, we need to go from 4 to 3, and that starts with this immunity challenge. Are we all prepared? You are going to take your 10 pencils. You're going to group them in 2. So you're going to go 2 at a time. You're going to start with 2, and you're going to balance the 2 on the back of your hand. And then you're going to try and toss them up and catch them, much like that. After you catch the 2, you need to show the camera that you still have 2. Then you can move on to picking up 2 more. And now you need to do it with 4. The first person to do that with all 10 pencils will win immunity at the final 4. If at any point you drop even 1 pencil in an attempt to catch it, you start back over at 2. All right, guys, this is for immunity at the final 4. 3, 2, 1, go. Challenge that some people may get right away. Others, it may take a second to kind of figure out the motion. Brittany gets 2. John and Megan have successfully caught 4. Brittany's starting over. Brittany's going to have to learn the motion. Megan was a good try, but going to have to start over.
This, I think, is a little bit rude.
John with a great 6 catch. Moving on to the next to 8.
Well,
Megan throwing pencils around her room. John gonna have to start over back at 2. It is anyone's game. Do not get discouraged. Someone can be at 10. Drop them. Starting back over. John and Brittany good with 2. Bit of a learning curve. Good catches from John, Megan. Brittany surprised, but caught it. Part of the difficulty is just figuring out how they balance on the back of the hand. Good catch from John. Back up to 6. Brittany's did not sound like that went very well. This is where John faltered last time. That counts. Yep, they're in your hand.
Thank you.
John falters again, back to 2.
My hands are shaking. I just want you to know.
Deep breaths. No, you're good. Again, this some people may seem like they're doing better than others, but you could just figure out the trick. And that's how you get it. They are catching pencils. Very exciting. John seems to have the beginning stage of this challenge down. Megan, not pretty, but it worked.
Oh, we did it.
John has got 2 through 6 down pat. Joe's still struggling to figure this out. Brittany, very close. Brittany improving each time. John has passed 8. Just moving on to 10. Took him a while to get past 8. Shouldn't be as difficult. He could win it right here. This could be the end.
Next time on the season finale of Virtual Survivor.
I think if I can make it through, I have a very good case to win this game.
Do people hate me for the way I played the game, or do they realize what a boss I am?
I feel a lot of power. It's in my head for sure.
You should be worried. You're a fool if you're not worried.
Welcome to your final immunity challenge. A little bit of a twist.
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh no!